action.
Ooh.
All the jokes.
I am McLovin.
Why?
All the drama.
Could he die? Maybe.
Movies all day Saturday and Sunday on True Real.
We are getting closer and closer to tax day. If you have not yet gotten your taxes filed, you are in luck because Eric Pelton with Eric Pelton CPA is back on the show with us this morning to kind of let us know what to do and how the season is going so far. So good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Have you been busy?
Oh, we've been very busy, yes.
Would you say that most of us, when it comes to events in town, Eric, whenever folks are here about a upcoming gala or something like that, we always laugh that Chattanooga is a last-minute town. People sign up at the bitter end. Are we kind of a last-minute town when it comes to getting our taxes done, do you think?
Well, there's some people that are last minute. Some people are at the front end. It just depends on the person.
If you're getting a return, or if you're getting a refund, or if you're having to pay.
Correct.
Let's talk a little bit about the having to pay.
Okay.
If you are somebody, and maybe you go into it not knowing you're going to owe money. Maybe it catches you by surprise. Is it a good idea, if it's a large amount of money that you owe, to ask for an extension?
Oh, well, actually, many people ask for the extension because they'll say on the telephone, or I need to get an extension because I don't have the money to pay. And an extension is, the purpose is extension to file, but not an extension to pay. So the penalty continues. But the misconception is that, oh, I don't have to pay because I got an extension. The extension is for getting the paperwork together. It's for filing later on. And it's also a time to allow for getting some extra deductions together. But they need to send the money in April 15 with the extension.
Okay, so help me here. Let's suppose that I called you and I said, okay, Eric, I'm going to owe, or let's suppose I came to you, and I came to you on April 1st.
Okay.
And you did my taxes, and we found out that I owed $650.
Okay.
And I said, I don't have that. What do I do? What would I do?
Well, we would, it's April 1st. We talk about what it looks like for you between April 1 and April 14, getting some money from a friend, relative, or a savings, or a credit card. The other thing would be if a person has to go past that time, they could set up an installment plan.
Okay. And
of course, depending on the circumstances, they charge a fee to set up the installment plan. So I would, at $650, if it's something that you could come up with within 45 days of the filing, or of 45 days of the conversation, April 1st, then we would skip the installment plan and file the return, and then you receive the bill in 30 days and pay it in full.
Okay.
That way you saved $90 or $35 or whatever they charge to set up your installment plan.
Sure.
And some installment plans can be as much as over $150.
Okay, so let's go back with that same scenario, and we'll just keep it at our $650. And I didn't want to have to pay a penalty, right, for the installment plan. If I chose to file an extension, and I would have the $650 by then, would that be a good way to go?
Then you would still have the same penalty as filing on time. The extension is just a time to get the file together.
Okay.
And it's time to send the paperwork in.
So, all right. So if you were not filing the extension because you didn't have the money to pay, and instead you might advise someone to file an extension if they were needing to get some documentation together, that's
Correct.
how you might recommend it?
Yep, maybe they can come up with something to lower that $650.
Okay.
And so if they think they have some deductions, then we'll file the extension.
So that's something that you have mentioned the last couple of times you were here, and I've jumped on it with you, Eric, because I think it's really relevant, to me it is, that you look for ways to help people save their own money.
That's true.
It's true about you.
Because if you're doing taxes correctly, you've got a servant's heart, and you're trying to look for a way that you're putting yourself in their shoes, and this is important for them. They want peace of mind, and they're looking for every deduction they can get.
So I'm learning new things about you all the time. Like the last time he was here on Valentine's Day, we learned he was a poet because he read a sweet little poem to his wife on Valentine's Day. Now I'm learning that you are affiliated with Dave Ramsey. Is that right?
That's correct.
How does that relationship work?
Well, we're Ramsey trusted, and so we've been vetted, and so we are an endorsed local provider. Anyone who logs into the Dave Ramsey website and is asking questions, or they're looking for an accountant that is Ramsey trusted, and we get a message from the Ramsey website or directly from there that they're looking and want to talk to an accountant.
So, I mean, I think a lot of people are familiar with the Dave Ramsey philosophy, whether it's because you like the envelope system that he advocates very often, or just the idea, like one of the things I think I know about him is his viewpoint is at the end of the month, you should have a zero balance because every penny that you earn should have its place, including your savings.
Correct.
But you don't want to just be having money floating out there to use willy-nilly. Is that right?
Right. And what we do when someone contacts us from the Dave Ramsey Solutions, we ask them what step they're on in their baby steps. There's 7 baby steps that Dave Ramsey talks about. The first step being build up your savings, and the next step is to start reducing some debt and so forth. And so we find out what baby step they're on, and then we just want to help them win according to their what they're planning with their life decisions.
I'm going to go back to what you said earlier when I was giving you the hypothetical of what if I owed $650, and you said, well, I would advise you to try to do these various things to avoid what might be a $35 fee or a $90 fee. That kind of goes back to that philosophy that in the scope of if you owe $650, what's another 35? Yet the Dave Ramsey mindset is every dollar counts, so save what you can.
That's correct. And those that the Dave Ramsey, those that are Ramsey trusted, they get vetted by Dave Ramsey. And so when we receive leads from the Ramsey offices, they follow back up with those people and find out how we did. And of course, all we can do is do our best and provide the service that they need. And then we get to put a Ramsey shield on our website.
Right.
That means that we've been vetted. And if you trust Dave Ramsey, then you can trust me.
Let me ask you this too. COVID changed the way a lot of people work. And so no longer are they working for a company where they're going to get a W-2, but perhaps they're self-employed now, what have you, where they're getting a 1099. You can follow from there. If you're in sales, should you pay estimated tax throughout the year? Should someone's relationship with you be not just on April 15th?
That's correct. If someone is on a 1099 and or self-employed, they need to be in touch with their accountant during the year. And there's estimated taxes to be paid. And there's also a good idea to have money set aside for savings for taxes, just in case at the end of the year they did owe more and their estimate didn't work out.
All right, so here's how you can get in touch with him, because even though, is April 15th the hard deadline this year, or is it the 16th?
16th.
Okay.
17th.
The 17th. All right, so it's Eric Pelton, CPA on Brainerd Road and in Saudi. So they have a different phone number for either location, but you can go to ejpelton.com to learn more. Look for that shield. He is Dave Ramsey vetted. And if you are in the position to be having a 1099, go ahead and get to know him now, and then keep him on speed dial so that he can help you throughout the year. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Julie.
Wedemark Keith takes pride in protecting the rights of injured workers. Suffering an injury while at work is a traumatic experience and financial burden. Your job is to recover, and our job is to recover for you.
The name you know and trust.
This year, say yes.
I couldn't be more thrilled with my results. I'm over the moon happy. Look at that waist.
Yes to confidence.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
Yes to a new shape.
These are my results. I am